Okay, so first, let's quickly go through this recap, okay? Just to make sure we still remember the concepts from P1. Remember that paper one only had two techniques. If you have forgotten, I would recommend you to just look at it. But here's a quick recap of those things. Paper one only had two techniques. One was the power rule, and then the other one was the chain rule, okay, for composite functions. And most of the things in P1, it's not that there were a lot of rules, no. What makes P1 differentiation need a lot of time is that you do a lot of application, okay? It focuses on a lot of application where you apply these two rules to different sorts of problems. So these are the two rules. Now we just want to do a quick recap on these two rules, then we can continue on and see the rest of the things because we're going to be needing them. So let's start with the power rule. Yes, just a polynomial, basic polynomial, and we have to differentiate this. This is an easy thing because if you see, here is 1 and it's subtracted by this one, which is adding to this one. So it's just subtraction and addition, okay? Nothing much. So first of all, for me to be able to apply my power rule to this thing, okay, I need to change these two guys. The fraction, I need to express to change this so that I have my x not in the denominator but on top, okay? Then I can apply my power rule. And then this x that has a root, I can't also differentiate. So this is a nice question. It teaches you the two things which you can differentiate in that form. So anyway, we rewrite our function. First of all, y will be equal to 4x cubed minus 5 x squared when it's in the denominator. When you take it to the numerator, it becomes x to the minus 2, okay? The power changes to be negative. Then this root, okay, the root is just the denominator of your power. So it'll be plus 3, and then x is now to the power of 1 over. What is the root? This is the square root, which means root 2. It's root 2, so it'll be 1 over 2, because that's the root. If it was the cube root of x, we would change it to x to the 1 over 3. Okay, that's how we do it. So anyway, it's x to the half. Now when it's like this, I can differentiate. My power rule says dy dx will be equal to, in here I multiplied 3 by 4, okay? It'll be 4 times 3. And then x is now to the power of 3 minus 1, which is 2. Minus 5 times negative 2, okay? I bring down the power. I always bring down the power. Minus 2 comes to multiply 5, okay? Then x is still there. You reduce the power by 1. It becomes minus 3, okay? If you're not sure, you put in the calculator. Minus 2 minus 1, because you always reduce the power by 1. Then plus, in here, I bring down the power, which is half. So it'll be 3 times half. That's the power. Then x is now to the power of, in the calculator, you say half minus 1, okay? For those who use the sharp calculator, you'd say open bracket, 1 over 2, close bracket, then minus 1 is equal to, you get negative half, okay? Negative half. I would recommend all of you to have a Casio calculator or a sharp right view, okay? If you're not sure what I'm talking about, you can talk to me. Then here 4 by 3 becomes 12 x squared. Then here we have minus 5 times negative 2, positive 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. So minus of negative 10, you can put it in the calculator, x to the minus 3. Then plus 3 times half. 3 is a whole number. It multiplies the top. It'll be 3 times 1 becomes 3 over 2. Then x to the negative half, okay? Which here it just becomes 12x squared minus minus becomes plus 10 x to the negative 3 plus 3 over 2x to the negative half, which we can now convert back to positive, guys. It'll be 12x squared plus 10 x to the negative 3. We can put it back in the denominator. It becomes x to the positive 3 plus 3 over 2 x to the negative half. We can put it in the denominator, and 2 is already there, more denominator. X is now going to join him. It becomes now x to the positive half. This time x was here at the center, x to the negative half. But now it is going into the denominator and becoming positive, which we can now say 12x squared plus 10 over x cubed, and then plus 3 over 2 times x to the power of half is square root of x, okay? So if you are not sure about this, you can go back to the chapter which talks about this. You can ask me. Now here's the thing. That's what you do for this first one, and you're done. Okay, let's go ahead and do the second one in the next video. Bye for now.